G'day guys, my name is Lord Tomo. We're going to get into another Sonic the Hedgehog toy item collective review. As you know, I'm Lord Tomo with the Blue Steel Good Sonic the Hedgehog, doing something because it's cold here in Australia and I'm freezing my butt off recently, and I apologize in advance. I haven't been uploading as much as I would love to, once per week. I think I'm backlogged 2 weeks, so we'll be catching up on that, simply because a lot of things are currently happening. I'll probably do a vlog in the future just to talk about that, but anyway, let's get to the actual review and we'll go from there. Let's put him aside and get into the actual review. This is just the bag. No, there's more to this bag, but I'll explain it to you. In Australia we have a thing, or here in Sydney anyway, we have a thing called the Sydney Royal Easter Show, or the Sydney Easter Show, where it's basically a massive show that goes for 2 years. Not 2 years. That goes for 2 weeks. Oh guys, I'm so sick right now, but I really want to put this out there so you guys can check it out. So it goes for 2 weeks and he has rides, various things, attractions, and you know, events and all that sort of stuff, woodchucking events, you know, promotional stuff and all that. But one of the big appeal to the Royal Easter Show here in Sydney is the fact that you have show bags, which comes in a variety of different stuff. There's Adventure Time, there's health bags, there's different candy bags and all such and such. The reason I went to this year's Royal Easter Show, which was actually last week, pardon me, I'm a little under the flu. The reason why I went this year, or in this case last week, basically just to get this bag essentially, and I went with a couple of my mates just to mess around with the rides and whatnot. It was actually a pretty fun day and whatnot. Now, if you guys been checking out my videos, there was another Royal Easter Show that I did go to, which I did get that bag from, so you can definitely check that out on my channel. Just type in the Easter Show. This is, I'm going to call this the Sonic the Hedgehog Royal Easter Show 2015 show bag review, because that's what it is, 2015. I don't know if this is going to be a common thing. I don't know if this is going to happen every year. If it is, I don't know. I was actually lucky that I actually picked this up, because the actual seller said they would pretty much, they had no more stock after that, so I was like, well, okay, fair enough. I didn't know that. I didn't go in the beginning of the whole 2 weeks. I pretty much rocked up nearing the end of the event. I think there's a couple of more days left until it ends. But yeah, in this show bag you get obviously the show bag itself, but you get a copious amount of different things inside it. I'm going to show you each individual and review this as an entirety opposed to individual items, because I think I own you guys enough to basically give you a more substantial review of substance. Truth be told, I was actually going to review this pen, but I was like, yeah, 3 weeks absent and reviewing a pen, I wouldn't be too happy about that. So generally speaking, this bag is pretty epic. It's got a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog there, and it's exactly the same at the back, absolutely no difference. You have pretty much just this massive head just peeking through, and you have different palm trees signifying the retro, of course, the Green Hill Zone. At the very top you do have stress marks. That's because I was actually holding it, you know. As to if this will be super rare in the future, I have absolutely no idea. Will I keep this bag? Of course, because why not? If I can get a better one, I might, at a fair cheap price. If it goes astronomical, like, I don't know, 30 bucks or something, we're like, yeah, no. This bag does its justice. It is a bag, and it's meant to hold all your stuff. You did get several things, of course. So this is the actual bag. I like this bag, I really do. It's better. I'll probably argue this bag is a little better than the previous one I got. Now you do get several things, one of which is you get this, a plushie, and a couple of stuff inside, and a booklet. I will go through all of them, of course, because that's what I'm here for. The first thing I'm going to have a look at is you get some Sonic the Hedgehog pens. Now at the very bottom, I'm just going to bring it in as best I can. It's just got a barcode. It says obviously product made in China. Most things are made in China in these days, no surprises. And you get 2 pens. Now for those who aren't too familiarized, I'm sure these pens exist, not this particular one, but in this kind of pen. It's pretty much a pen that comes with different colors. You have a blue one, you have a red one, and you have a green one. It does feel honestly cheaply made. I'm not gonna beat around the bush and say this is like superb quality. It does feel extremely cheaply made, just the overall design of it. It's a pen, it does what it's supposed to do. You get 2. So here's the blue one, here's the red one, and here's the green one. Fundamentally the function works. You do that, you roll what you want, and you just press down and it pops up the little ink jet thingy, and you do the same one for the red one over here. Now obviously being cheaply made, this one tends to jam up a bit, so I can't get the red one working. But this one does work, so this one's kind of defective, but it is what it is. Essentially what makes this, you have a grip there. Essentially what makes this what it is you have just literally a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog Classic, just giving the copious pose there, and it's exactly the same as the other pen. There's absolutely no difference. I'm going to put this back in. Get inside. It's exactly the same, this pen. So nothing crazy. Maybe let's test this way. So yeah, the red bit works here. Does the blue one work? Let's test that out. Yeah, it works. And the green one. This was all the craze back in the 90s. I grew up in high school. Often went to high school. I grew up in the 90s, joined schools and primary school and high schools and all that. And this pen was like the it pen for me anyway. So that's that. Like I said, it's cheaply made. Don't expect too much if you ever get yourself a Easter show bag. I really want to actually get 2 show bags. One for myself, obviously, but one to give it away. But the stand that they said they were running low and they had to go back to the storehouse and get it and all that, blah blah blah. And I didn't want to wait a couple of hours just to get it, so I was like, yeah, I'll just take the one that you have and off I go. So this is the pen set. It is what it is. It's nothing crazy. So that's that. The second thing, or one of the other things you get, is this little bang. I'm gonna call it a bang. A bag. Yeah, just fall over. Let's make this video super professional. But it's essentially, I'm calling it a bag label. That's what I'm probably gonna call it. Come on, seriously, come out. Is that stuck on? Please stand by. We are currently having technical difficulties. Not really, but okay. There we go. Okay. Now I've never seen this on eBay or Amazon, so I'm hoping this is pretty unique. All this is, as far as I'm aware, exclusive to Australia, which is always a plus because damn, it's impossible to get much exclusive stuff here. So this is pretty much just a standard obligatory Sonic the Hedgehog running, and this would ideally hang on to, like, you'll connect it to your bag. I wouldn't say your purse, but your bag or your backpack or anything like that. And at the back you would just put your name, your address, your telephone and email in case your bag gets lost, and they can call you and contact you. So it's pretty nice. It's a sturdy plastic. I do feel like this bit, if you put enough pressure, it will snap. I don't want to test that out, but I kind of get that vibe. It is a sturdy plastic from the center onwards, but just this bottom bit. But then again, it's not designed for people to grab and just rip it apart or anything there. It's just literally for cosmetic reasons. So that's pretty nice. It's not the best, but it's certainly not the worst. I like to think in terms of, well, I'm gonna say crapness level, the pen's probably stack number 1. This probably comes in a comfortable number 2. Like I said, it's not bad. It's just, it could be better. You know, I wish it could be better. A little more sturdy plastic, but I'm guessing it's probably mass produced. It does come in this pretty sealed bag, which doesn't really hold much value other than just holding it, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's a little bag handler thing. The third thing is this cup. Now this cup is not that bad actually. This cup is pretty awesome, to be honest. So at the very bottom you just have its obligatory logo, which obviously says licensing essential proprietary. Which country? Doesn't really say which country it's from. I'm gonna assume it's maybe, I don't know. So essentially it's just a normal obligatory cup, absolutely nothing inside, nothing at the bottom other than the sticker, and it's got just Sonic the Hedgehog. And what makes this pretty unique, which I find is pretty fascinating and pretty pardon me, pretty awesome, is the fact that you have Sonic the Hedgehog coming out of this triangular sort of thing, opposed to his obligatory him just running around the Green Hill Zone. So I guess you could assume that it's a special zone, maybe, who knows. You have, of course, the little flowers there, and you have this like little banner of sorts that have like a star of sorts, which kind of gives it this pretty awesome symmetrical concave. I'm just throwing words now just to sound all formal like. But it actually looks pretty impressive, just this banner, and it has got a ring in there. This internal coloring blue is pretty off-putting, but it is what it is. It does its job, and you have another picture of Sonic the Hedgehog, and you have a cow symbol there. So it kind of gives you the whole vibe that it's interdimensional and hyperbolic and woo. So yeah, it's a nice little cup. It's kind of got this gradient sort of feel to it. It's hard to see it on my cam, because it looks like it's a static image, but it has kind of like a, you know those holographic cards where if you tilt to one side and tilt it to the other side, it has a different image. This one has that effect, but the images don't change or anything. No, as far as from what I can tell. But that's that. So there's that. There's the pen. Let's go into the next thing. This one's pretty, I like to think, one of the better things out of this, opposed to the plushies, which I will get there eventually. But this is just another thing. It's a Sonic the Hedgehog card. Now, I will take it out because that's what we do it. Please don't clear. Really? So, okay. Rather disappointed, really. Maybe. Yes, I'm pretty disappointed. Okay, essentially with most of the Sonic the Hedgehog cards, they tend to have, of course, the back, which is Sonic the Hedgehog, and that's the standard generic backing, right? But the front is just your standard obligatory cards, which will have the kings, the aces. As far as I'm aware, I haven't fully opened this up, so maybe I should. Would that decrease in value? No, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway, because why not? What kind of review would this? I don't want to kill myself. Please stand by, because okay, come out. I just need to confirm to myself that this is actually what I think it is, which is the obligatory set of cards, which comes stock standard. Yeah, it is. I'm so disappointed with this, actually. I shouldn't be. Okay, so I've taken the cover out, and no joke, it's literally just, I would have hoped they had, you know, pictures of Sonic or something, or his friends or something, but it's just your standard, you know, playing cards, which has different, you know, the kings and the brooks and all that sort of stuff. Ah, well, it is what it is. So yeah, so it's generally just Sonic, but everything else is just, it is what it is. Bummer. I have devalued this. Dun, dun, dun. I can never resell this. Probably I could, but I probably won't. Come out. It's not a bad set of cards, to be honest. It's just I would have preferred it to have pictures of Sonic. Generally speaking, the box itself, I will get to the box once I put this in. If I can put this in. There we go. There we go. Okay. So the box itself is everything that says Sonic. You got a picture of Sonic there. It says playing cards, picture of Sonic there, and playing cards. So everything is Sonic. It's just the cards themselves are technically Sonic. I guess it's a setback, but yeah, it is what it is. So we'll put that here. Okay, awesome. The next thing on the agenda, I'm leaving the best for last because I kind of feel like the best for last is you get a little notebook of sorts. This notebook is, mind you, me opening this up isn't just to show you guys, it's literally a surprise as much as you are. So it comes in this obligatory little sleeve. The cover itself is not that bad. It has Sonic. I would have preferred it to say Sonic the Hedgehog, but then again, on the flip side, most things say Sonic the Hedgehog, so I guess this kind of works well by itself. It says Sonic, and you have a picture of a ring. As mundane as cliche this is, the fact that it actually does that is pretty awesome, opposed to most Sonic stuff that just has the word Sonic the Hedgehog and that's it. This one shows to be a little creative. I think, you know, you got to give a props to that. And you just have a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog. At the back you have, of course, another picture of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now it is literally, no surprises here, just a notebook. It's got nothing else Sonic related. I would have preferred it to have a watermark of something, but it is what it is. So that's that. So what more could you say about that? Now the biggest thing is the main kind of reason why I wanted to get this actual show bag was because you get a plushie. Ta-da! Now, for those in the know-how of the Sonic the Hedgehog collections and collectibles and plushie sets and all this kind of rings a bell to a different sort of plushie that was released, I'll probably say 2-3 years ago from the UK and another, and I so happen to have it. Now, let us compare. They exactly look the same. Now, this was released, before I show you the actual Sonic one. Yeah. Slide down there, Sonic. Okay, so this is the UK version, right? This was essentially going to be a force. Okay, this has, I had to review this because I'm doing a little more research on this. It was from a company called Impact. I'm not going to review this. I'm just going to give you a brief description. This was released in the UK. It was never released outside of the UK, as far as I'm aware. Of course, you can import it outside of the UK. But you had Sonic the Hedgehog, and you had this like little tag over here. You had Knuckles, and you had Tails. Now, there was supposedly, I say that because the cards and the description and of course just the back was a Dr. Robotnik, but there was never one. I could never find it for the life of me. I could never find it, and I was always bothered by that. That's why I never took the liberty to actually. It's a bit dusty, as you can tell. Took it out of storage. Don't worry, I'll clean it up and all that sort of stuff. But for the life of me, I could never get a Dr. Robotnik. Now, this is exactly the same. I'm going to put this aside as this plushie right there. So my guess is they would have licensed the manufacturer or the... Oh, he's got stupid legs. Let's put him out. The manufacturer of the Sonic the Hedgehog. So essentially they just grabbed the mold or whatever and just licensed it over and labeled it differently. So the fact that they labeled different... I know this is going to sound pretty cliche, but the fact that they labeled it different makes it unique in its own right. I still prefer the one that comes in the box because the one in the box looks so much better because you have the box, you have the tag that has a description, blah blah blah. We'll get into that with a different review. But this one, it's a pretty decent plushie. It really is. Now the tag, as annoying as it is, it says plush toy +3, and the corporation that made this one is Licensing Essential. My guess is the corporation Licensing Essential essentially, well, licensed stuff, of course. And you just have a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog at the thing. It annoys me to no end that they couldn't have simply just put into the tag, which I would have preferred, but no. They decided to mess with the system and just put it on his hand because why not YOLO this? So generally speaking, the plushie itself is pretty well done. I enjoy it. It's pretty well done. He looks like he's more ambiguously angry than usual, as you can see by the bezeled effect on his actual eyebrow, which I think is a bit menacing. But you don't really see it. It's kind of like I hate my life, Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, very, very poor voice acting there, but essentially it's pretty decent. Like for the most part, you have his ears, not that stuffed, which are a real bummer. I would have preferred this to be a little more embezzled. His eyes are stitched on, which I think is awesome. I like that. His nose is raw form. Enjoy that. Massive, pretty big smirk. Enjoy that. Of course, you have the stitching lines. This looks off for whatever reason, but it does its job nonetheless. If you look at his back, it's pretty well done. Of course, you have bits and pieces which could have slipped quality control, but at the same time it is a standard price for a mass-produced show bag. You have his tail, which I think is by far the tail to me is by far the weirdest one, but it does its job. What throws me off are these two bottom spikes. As you can probably tell, it looks like he's gonna fly. He's a flying Sonic the Hedgehog, but it does its job, I guess. I don't like it, but whatevs. I would have preferred this to be more closer in, but it is what it is. I don't know. That's his butt, in case you want to see where his butt is. His feet, and there's his butt. That's his feet. His feet are lacking sufficient stuffing, which I totally don't like. His ankle buckles are pretty shonkily done, to say the least. I would have preferred a better material. I don't know what kind of material this is, but it is what it is. They have two gradients of red for his shoes. They have this one, and then you have this one. It's pretty hard to see on the cam, but it's pretty prominent when you look at it. I don't know why you would do it. I thought you would have saved more money if you had one radiant color, but I guess it is what it is. It's exactly the same with the other boot and whatnot. Look, overall, this plushie isn't the best. It's not my favorite, and I wish they would have done a better job on this. But it does its job. Overall, though, the whole thing cost me about $25 just for the show bag itself. A pretty affordable price. Apparently, it says the retail price would have cost me up to $50 if I was to get everything individually. A, I was not able to find this individually, the pieces, and B, more importantly, it is what it is. It's a show bag. It's designed for little kids. I shouldn't really, talk badly about it, but obviously opinions matter in this world, so yeah. But that's essentially the show bag. Look, it's not bad. I would have preferred it to be better. Definitely would have preferred it to be better, but it does its job. And for a plush of this magnitude and this adage and all the stuff that you get with it, look, normally I wouldn't buy all this stuff individually, by all means I wouldn't, but the fact that it comes in one sort of bag and has all these different things, I'm like, you know what, it sold me on it. 25 bucks, I had a good day, I had a good night there with all the rides and all the foods and whatnot, and the fact that you got this, I bought this kind of as a bonus to myself, pretty impressive nonetheless. Now, you would have heard me blabber this on long enough, because I don't know how long this video is probably going to be, how long is it be. Cost me roughly about $25. Entry to the East Royal Oyster Show, I think was, if day, I went day 45, so I guess you could argue it almost cost me about $100 to get a show bag, but not really. The show bag, it's cost about $25. Rarity, I would imagine it's 1 star until the 1 star out of 10 until the Easter show ends, and if they decide to release this in future licensing agreements, I don't know. The first one that I purchased from the Royal Easter Show never did, so that would increase in value, I would imagine. This one, I would imagine so. I don't know if this is really a sought after thing, but I have one because Australia, mate. Let's rule. Guys, let me know what you think about this, what your thoughts about this, and look, I do apologize for the delay reviews. I will be getting on top of things. It's just a lot of grown up things are kicking into my life that I need to sort out prior to this. So yeah, guys, take care, speed on, and hopefully I shouldn't be sick next time I do an upload. Anyway, speed on, peace guys.